If you're worried about the costs that come with back-to-school clothes shopping, we may have a solution for you.
Yeah, this tax-free weekend, Goodwill is cutting its clothing prices in half for back to school. So Marilyn Moritz wanted to see what you could get for just $25.
From here, it's thrifted.
Jylen is a thriftinista, curating her first-class look on a second-hand budget.
I mean, you can find really cool pieces.
She's shopping Goodwill. So is Gloria Villanueva.
Well, I'm shopping for back to school.
It gets pricey, doesn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And she's shopping for 4 kids, including Nadia.
And what grade are you going to be in?
Kinder. You can find things for $1, $2. Instead of going to the store, they will be $10 for just a shirt.
The retail industry estimates the average family will spend $357 just on clothing for back to school.
So challenge time. We wondered what you could get for back to school clothing for just $25. Now keep in mind this weekend at Goodwill, Friday through Sunday, clothing is half price, so you can get more. And it's tax-free weekend.
Texans will pay no sales tax on most clothing, shoes, and school supplies. That's about $8 saved for every $100 spent. Back to our challenge of shopping on the cheap.
So Emma here is going into 7th grade and she's accepted our challenge. So $25 is what we're going to give you to see what all you can find for back to school. So you feeling confident about that? What do you think you'll be able to find?
I think I'll be able to find lots of shirts.
And she's off. For many families, inflation is squeezing the back-to-school budget. So thrift stores can be a creative way to save hundreds of dollars. We found a wide range of brands you typically find at the mall.
What's the best thing you ever scored?
Right now, I'm really into long skirts.
And there's the pure thrill of the hunt.
So of course I had to do a little shopping. I picked up t-shirts, shorts, jeans, blouses, all of this $20. And when it's half price, just 10.
Rummaging the racks can be overwhelming. So what's the key?
I think the key to finding things at a Goodwill is to come with an open mind and then to take your time as well.
Goodwill's Liddy Castillo says they are expecting a lot of business, inflation aside.
I think people are always looking for bargains no matter what the economy is. And what we're finding as well is a younger generation is really shopping sustainably.
Reusing and recycling keeps mountains of clothing out of the landfills. Time to check on Emma. She's got a handful.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shirts.
Plus a Sherpa pullover, all within budget. Smart shopper. And this weekend, she can double her back-to-class haul. A little lesson in savings before school even starts. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT12 News.
Thrill of the hunt and a good deal. Also happening this weekend, San Antonio City Council District 4 is hosting a back-to-school health village for families. It's a chance for parents to get information about preventative care, and Metro Health will also be providing kids vaccinations at this event. It starts tomorrow at 8 a.m. at Divine Providence Catholic Church that is on Old Pearsall Road.
On the north side, NISD and other community organizations are hosting a backpack drive. Volunteers will be handing out backpacks filled with school supplies to help children start the year off right. The event will also start at 8 in the morning. It'll be held at the Northside Activity Center on Calaber Road.
And a church on the east side also helping kids and their parents get ready to head back to the classroom.
Yeah, Sarah Costa tells us what families can expect from tomorrow's event.
The East Side coming together at the start of the school year right here at the Barbara Jordan Community Center to give back. Reverend James Robinson is hosting the 20th annual Gospel Vision Back to School Bash this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. It's first come, first serve, free school supplies, backpacks, food from the food bank, free tablets, and live entertainment will also be part of the event. Barbers will be giving free haircuts and braids. Sherry Wilson with Crown Beard and Barber says she is grateful she can give back to help students feel confident.
Sometimes in new environments, meeting new people, so that fresh haircut just give them that, hey, I'm back, let's do this, let's meet friends and just enjoy the school year. So I know that gives them a lot of a confident boost and just a smile on their face pretty much.
There will also be a handful of NFL players giving out free autographs. From the East Side, I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT12 News.
Back to school and back to football. A quick reminder to get your tickets for this year's KSAT Pigskin Classic. They are on sale right now. You can scan this QR code to get all of our ticket options. It kicks off on the 25th, followed by our triple header on the 26th. We'll see you there, and we'll be right back.
New details into the ongoing investigation into President Joe Biden's son. Federal prosecutors announced that the plea deal between Hunter Biden and the Delaware U.S. Attorney's Office at an impasse.
Today, Attorney General Merrick Garland elevating the U.S. attorney handling this case to special counsel. ABC's Tim Pulliam with details on that new development.
Prosecutors and Hunter Biden now appear headed to trial. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Delaware says they and Hunter Biden's team are in an impasse after failing to reach an agreement on the terms of a plea deal that had been reached on the misdemeanor tax charges he is facing and a diversion agreement related to a potential felony gun charge. Friday, Attorney General Merrick Garland appointing Delaware U.S. Attorney David Weiss as special counsel over the investigation of President Joe Biden's youngest son, which he was already leading.
This appointment confirms my commitment to provide Mr. Weiss all the resources he requests. It also reaffirms that Mr. Weiss has the authority he needs to conduct a thorough investigation.
Weiss, appointed by Donald Trump, will also decide where, when, and whether to file charges, according to Garland. In court filings, prosecutors wrote they plan to move those gun and tax charges against Biden from Delaware and bring them to California and Washington, D.C., where prosecutors say the alleged misconduct occurred. Hunter Biden's legal team releasing a statement that reads in part, "For years, both Mr. Weiss and the department have assured us and the public that Mr. Weiss had more authority than a special counsel and full authority to negotiate a resolution of his investigation, which has been done. Whether in Delaware, Washington, D.C., or anywhere else, we expect a fair resolution, not infected by politics."
Now, the White House, as they have consistently done, are not commenting on this new development in the Hunter Biden case. Now, the judge overseeing the case gave Hunter Biden's legal team until Monday to respond to the Justice Department's motion to dismiss the current charges, leading the way for them to be brought in other states. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The Illinois Supreme Court has upheld the state's assault-style weapons ban by a narrow margin. The 4-3 ruling comes after months of legal challenges on both the state and federal level, with plaintiffs arguing the new state law violated the Illinois and U.S. constitutions. Under the new state law, assault-style rifles and high-capacity magazines are banned, and those who already own such weapons face limitations on their sale and transfer and have to have them registered by 2024. The legislation proposed about 6 months after the July 2022 Highland Park, Illinois mass shooting.
The average family spent $700 more a month in July than they did 2 years ago. That's according to Moody's Analytics. A chief economist at Moody's says most of this monthly increase in spending is from the soaring cost of housing, groceries, vehicles, and services like cable. And paychecks have not grown as much over the past 2 years as the cost of living has. Some good news, though. Wages are finally starting to outpace inflation, and consumer price growth has eased significantly.
And that's, I just think about the energy costs. When you think about just how hot it is out there. If you have an air conditioning unit, the fact that it's been running 24/7.
Exactly, because we really can't even cool down that efficiently overnight, right? We're starting off our mornings near 80 degrees. That is well above the average. So yes, we're not having a lot of opportunity in a 24-hour period to really cool down. And unfortunately, that is still going to be the case. This weekend and into next week, more record-challenging heat is still in the forecast. Of course, still pretty dry for most of us, so fire danger will continue to be elevated. But something cool that's happening this weekend in the sky, the Perseid meteor shower peaks, especially tomorrow night and early Sunday morning. We're going to get you all those details after the break.
A man was sentenced to 75 years in prison for murdering his girlfriend in 2020. James Stewart shot and killed Tiffany Washington after the two were arguing over cell phones. It took less than 2 hours for the jury to come back with that punishment.
San Antonio police say a man was shot outside of his home after confronting car burglars. It happened at a home on Sugar Pine near Bitters Road. Police said the man confronted two people breaking into his neighbor's car. That's when one of them shot him. The victim expected to be okay. Those suspects have not been found.
San Antonio police also investigating another shooting at a Motel 6 on Loop 410 near Marbach Road. Officers say a man with gunshot wounds was found on the second floor. At last check, that victim was in critical condition. No word yet on what led up to the shooting.
The San Antonio River Foundation says a 3D model of Confluence Park stolen from that park. The foundation say workers noticed it was gone the morning after a free movie night. Officials say it was a valuable teaching tool for visitors. That's your 60-second recap.
If you're getting out and about in the morning, maybe to a park, want to do it early.
Yes.
It is just no break in this heat, Mia.
No, but we will see a few clouds out there in the mornings, which does help right off the bat. But as soon as those burn off and we just see more sunshine take back over, that really helps those temperatures climb into the afternoons, with more highs around 105 expected over the next several days. So speaking of which, we talked about it earlier in the newscast, today's official high 106 degrees. That tied the existing record high for the day and also marked our 46th triple-digit day so far this year. And we are just going to tack on to that number even more so, all starting with this weekend. So again, we're not cooling down very efficiently through the overnight hours. It still is going to be a warm and muggy start each day, around 80 degrees. Those forecast morning lows here in town. 105 though already by tomorrow afternoon, closer to 104 on Sunday. We'll see some morning clouds, but then into the afternoon, still more sunshine expected and high fire danger will continue. But I do want to talk about something kind of cool that's happening, especially in the northern hemisphere over the next couple of nights and before the sun comes up each morning, especially as we head into tomorrow and Sunday. The Perseid meteor shower. This is actually one of the more better known meteor showers that occurs for folks in the northern hemisphere. If you want to test your luck and see if you can find some of those meteors in the sky, look to the northeast after midnight and especially before dawn tomorrow and into Sunday mornings. The best way to spot some of those, find a dark viewing spot away from bright lights. Sky gazers have mentioned that they've seen up to 90 meteors per hour under dark skies. And the good news is the moon is actually going to be in a waning crescent phase, only about 10% illuminated. So that is good for viewing conditions. But I will say probably better to head out just after midnight and before about 3 a.m. because I think as that humidity builds, especially by sunrise, we're going to start to see some clouds work back in, especially by the time a lot of us are waking up over the next couple of days. But still, something kind of cool to look forward to this weekend, considering it's just more heat that we have to talk about. So 80 degrees by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, 83 by 9. You can see plenty of sunshine takes back over by lunchtime, a temperature around 93. And then as we head into the later portions of our Saturday afternoon, once again, that forecast high pointed around 105 here in town, 106 in Pleasanton, 105 out east in Gonzales, 102 in Kerrville, 104 in Uvalde, and 108 possible for that forecast high off to our southwest in Carrizo Springs. And here it is, that big blue H, high pressure that is still the main driver of our weather pattern. You can see on the far western edge of that, there's actually some rain out in far western Texas and stretching up into the Panhandle. Unfortunately, that's not really for us here this evening. Still going to be hot for any Friday night plans. High pressure still sticks with us Saturday into Sunday, but into Monday and Tuesday of next week, the center of it is going to move ever so slightly west, and that could leave just enough room for a weak front to move into central Texas, just to the north of us before it stalls. But maybe some of the lift from that boundary combined with the moisture in place could spark a very stray shower, especially by Tuesday. Want to manage expectations. More of us than not still likely going to be dry, but it is something that we will monitor in the days ahead. And of course, until then, as well as the heat, fire danger is also going to be very high this weekend. So just something to keep in mind for all of those that are stepping out for weekend plans.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Mia.
We'll be right back with the Buzz.
In the Buzz today, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, one of the most popular landmarks in the world, is now a stable monument. This famous bell tower is 850 years old. Satellite and terrestrial surveillance keeps tabs on even the slightest shift in its position, making it one of the most monitored monuments in the world.
Yeah, it's a different scenario from what was seen in the early 90s when the tower reached a lean of 4.5 degrees. After an international effort to stop it from toppling over, the inclination has now, or is it inclination? Or is it just the incline?
The incline. Let's go with it.
All right, it's decreased. It's returned to that of the early 19th century. By the way, when I was a kid, I thought it was the Leaning Tower of Pizza.
Yeah, I think we all
did. And I was
did,
like,
right?
I want to go there.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. All right, spiked drinks are having a moment, and Dunkin' wants in. USA Today reports the Massachusetts donut and coffee chain launching a line of boozy iced coffees and teas. While it will offer Dunkin' fans a different kind of buzz depending on the state, it will only be available where alcohol can be sold. It's called Dunkin' Spiked. No date on when it will be available.
These coffee flavors include original, caramel, mocha, and vanilla. They'll have 6% alcohol by volume. Now, the tea flavors include slightly sweet, half and half, strawberry dragon fruit, and mango pineapple. They will have 5% alcohol by volume.
Should be called like Dunkin' Doozy or Dunkin' Boozy or something like that.
Elon Musk holding his version of a garage sale. Now that Twitter is X, it is auctioning off remnants of the old brand. Specialty items for sale include a reconstructed barn, a large bird cage welded with a Twitter logo.
Yeah, 2 paintings that depict Ellen DeGeneres' 2014 Oscar selfie, and former President Barack Obama celebrating his re-election. Even mundane office equipment and refrigerators will be on the auction block. The 584 items open at $25 each, and bidding is set for the next month. It's set for next month in San Francisco.
X.
All right, more triple-digit days take us into the weekend. A high around 105 for your Saturday. If that verifies, that will break the existing record for tomorrow of 104. And more record-challenging heat continues all the way through next week. We'll also monitor for that very stray chance for a shower on Tuesday.
All right, we'll keep on bearing it. Thanks, Mia, and thank you for watching the news at 6.
Remember when we had 103s on our forecast?
Oh.